What's up, all you cool kids? This is Daisy Collins of TsunamiRose.net, coming at you live from my craft room here in Las Vegas, Nevada, as I do Monday through Friday, bringing you junk journal content and videos. Hello, everybody. I apologize about last week. I was going through it last week. I had this pain on the left-hand side of my belly button, and I didn't know what was going on. And I was really in no mood to craft. Every time I would take a deep breath, it would hurt. So I was like, oh no, this is not good. Hi Monique, hi Beverly, but I feel fine now. You might hear noises around. I have my washing machine going because I went to thrift shop today. I went to the thrift shop. Hi Zena, hi Bibi. On Mondays, this one brand of thrift shop has half off on Mondays, so I went. I went to 2 stores and I got some nice fabrics. So, anyways, we are here talking about my newest collection of patchwork junk journals that I'm working on. These are the string quilt method. Sometimes it's called a coin quilt. Basically, I sewed pieces of strips of fabric together. And what I've also done is I've made the signatures, cut them down to size, added the trim, and now we are ready to insert these signatures into the cover to make it a book, right? So what I need to do, but I haven't done, surprisingly, I haven't made the inside covers. So basically, I use this piece of fabric, and this is what I'm going to sew my signatures into. But first, I have to turn this piece of fabric into a piece of paper. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to show you how I did it. I already have the rest of them done, but I'll show you how I did it. And I'll have to work on that today. So basically, the inside cover is slightly smaller than this cover. So I cut the fabric to practically, a little bit bigger than the cover. Then I'll whittle it down, as I always do with them. So, to turn this piece of fabric into paper, I have this stuff called Heat and Bond. You can see the logo right here. Heat and Bond Light. Specifically, there is a Heat and Bond Ultra Hold, and it is red. Heat and Bond Light is purple, and as it says on here, sewable iron-on adhesive. That's what this is. So basically, it's glue on a sheet of plastic, and it activates with heat. So what I'm going to need is a piece of this, the size of this fabric here. And this Heat and Bond, you can buy it at Walmart, and I believe they sell it by 5 yards. I have a nice big old roll because I really love this stuff. I am addicted. Okay, so, and then this is just paper, so I'm just going to cut it with my rotary cutter here on my mat. Get this out of the way. I don't need it. Okay. And, you know what I want to buy? I want to buy hi, Miss Patricia. I want to buy a rotating, I'm going to buy this 10-inch rotating cutting mat. I'm so excited. It's going to be pink. Okay, so here's my extra piece. And there I've cut it to about the size of the fabric. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, so let me get my cutting mat out of the way. Okay, so here I have my ironing mat, which is, I think it's called a Quilter's ironing wool pad. It's made out of compressed wool. Anyways, I have that. So whatever you want to use to iron on, maybe you have a towel, just use towel, I think. I think that's what I used to use back in the day, So what I have is my fabric, right side up. So I want to put glue to the wrong side of the fabric. The glue is the shiny textured part you see here. On the other side it is matte and no texture. So the shiny texture is the glue, and you want that to go to the back of your fabric. And again, it is iron-on adhesive. So we need our iron. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this backwards. And I'm actually ironing on a piece of parchment paper. So that way the glue that surrounds the fabric, you see this right here, this part right here, is glue, and I don't want it to get on my mat. So it'll get on this parchment paper, and that's fine. So I have my regular iron here, it's just a regular household iron. And it is set to the highest setting. And what you want to do is you want to place the iron down for about 30 seconds, lift it up and move it. Don't glide it. Lift up and move. Hi, Miss Jen. I went to the thrift store, girl. I got some really cute fabric. I'm really excited. I already can't wait to use it. That's how I get whenever I have new fabric. I'll also go back. I'll go back and forth a couple of times just to make sure I got all the glue melted onto the back of that fabric. Thank you, Miss Patricia. Thank you. Letitia. Did I say hi to Letitia? Hi, Letitia. How are you? What's cooking tonight, girlfriend? You always got something cooking. I smell it. I smell it. And so basically this is a, what do they call it? Hidden spine structure or something. Something about a hidden spine. Something. I have been going through it, Miss Letitia. I don't even know what is wrong with me. Girl, I was going through it. I really was last week. I had this almost like a sinus infection last week. And I had a throbbing headache for about 2 days, and I couldn't craft. I there was only a couple days I went live last week. I'm fine now. I took my allergy pills, and I was fine. I guess I had to take my allergy pills in a minute, and that's what happens. And what else? Oh yeah, then I had this pain, telling you, to the left of my abdomen. I don't know. I don't even know if that's the right scientific term for it, but I had this pain in the left of my stomach. And every time I took a breath too deep, it hurt. So I also didn't go live because of that. It was like a couple of days, probably like 3 days that I had that pain. And I'm good now. It's gone. But I was just like, what is happening to me? What is happening to me? I'm taking it off camera and I'm just kind of moving it around up and down so that it kind of cools down. You can kind of tell where the glue hasn't melted. If you look very closely, there is about like a little polka dot design that will come through when the iron gets on it. And the parts that don't have the little polka dots, the glue has not melted correctly. So you want to make sure to have the glue melt correctly all the way around. Okay. Yes, I am a good. I don't know. I'm just telling you, I was going through it. I don't know. Going through what? I don't know. But I was going through it. Oh, you made tacos? Nice. And Gina said she made her first hidden spine. Nice. You know what kind of spine I would like to try is, when they have this cutout? I don't know if you've seen it. There you go. Now, you could be left with some glue on your parchment paper, and you could feel it. So you could just literally just scrape it off with your finger. There you have glue. And you want to make sure and get that glue off your parchment paper if you're going to reuse it, because it'll get on your iron eventually. Oh yeah, and another one of the days, well, Friday I didn't go live because my husband was in the mood to put together my IKEA shelf, and I was like, well, if he wants to do it, I ain't gonna stop him. I'm excited for it. It got delivered on Monday, and we put it together Friday. Okay, so now I want to take off the fabric from the heat and bond plastic, and what I'm doing here, here's fine. Right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my finger down on the parts that don't have the fabric. So that way it leaves the glue on the plastic and it like detaches it from my fabric. So I got my new IKEA shelf. I filmed a video. If y'all didn't see it, check it out. Where I initially put things, I'll do updates and stuff on how I end up doing it. But I'm so excited. So excited. Okay, so now what I have here, the next step to turning this fabric into paper is to glue it down to paper. So now we have fabric here. You see this shiny part right here? We basically made our fabric into a giant sticker right now, and it'll glue to anything. So I've done journals where I just adhere fabric to cardstock and fold up in half, and that's my journal. Right now I'm going to add it to this material here called, it has a couple of names, newspaper print paper. Also, it is called packing paper. And it's a giant sheet. This is called packing paper. It's a giant sheet. It's so that you can pack your stuff when you're moving. So that way they don't shift around or, breakable stuff. You want to pad in between. So this is like throwaway paper that you would use for that. And that's what I use to make my inside covers. Vanessa, hi Miss Vanessa. I am stocked up right now. Yes, I am. I have a lot of Christmas stuff. And I actually found some Christmas fabric today at the thrift shop. Yay. Oh, I forgot about my tea. Give me 1 second. We'll put my tea together. A moment. Before I get started. Where is my phone? There it is. I brewed up some tea. Well, the water is. I got this lemon ginger tea. It's so good. There was a point where I would boil like a whole pound of ginger in a big old pot of water and make a bunch of spicy ginger tea, and I used to love it. Okay. Here is, again, the fabric, heat and bond on the back, attaching it to the paper. It doesn't matter which side of that. And then we need my piece of parchment paper, which let me make sure there's no glue on. You could also put it up to the light and you can see the glue is shiny on the parchment paper. I go by feel sometimes. Right here I can feel it. Right here I can see it. It's just little bits of glue. I have a new iron, so I'm trying to be mindful I don't want to get it because my last iron I had to throw away because it had too much glue residue on it. And it was messing up my fabrics. It would get on my fabrics and I'd be like, no. Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think we're good to go. So let's iron. I'm gonna get my iron set to the hottest setting here. I am good today, Miss Vanessa. Thank you for asking. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I went through it last week. I don't know what I went through, but now I'm good. So, sinus infection, weird stomach pain. It was a week to remember. Definitely a week to remember. But I am so happy. I got my new shelf. I was able to free up some space on my other wall of shelves that I have, and kind of shuffle things around, take off some things from my table. My tables, my desks had become basically a giant shelf. So I was able to take some things off my shelf and have tables again. Have slightly more functioning tables. I'm pretty happy about that. What else? I want to cut up my fabrics into. I want to try these new quilting methods. So I want to cut up some fabrics, but I kind of want the rotating cutting mat. So I'm waiting for that. What else? Ooh, I bought some new books today at the thrift shop, and I got a bag of beads. Oops, sorry. I think that's the washing machine. Sorry. I forgot to turn that off. Okay, at this point here, you can move it around because it's not going to glide around on the paper. Okay. Could also take it and iron on the back of it, again, just to make sure. I always iron probably way too much than I need to, but I just want to make sure. Zena, you got more beads too. Oh my gosh. Well, I couldn't help myself, so I've noticed I've been making my that's what I've been busy making. I've been busy making my colorful beads. I posted a couple pictures on my Instagram, and I think also on my Facebook group. Yeah, I did. This is what I've been busy making. I have I think 8 of these done already. My big random colorful that are going to go with this collection dangles. So I was doing this a lot this weekend, actually. I did all this. It's kind of what I felt like doing. So I got busy. I think I made 8 of them. Of course, I need 12. But I did what I could. And they are so beautiful. And you guys, those sounds drive me crazy. But anyways, as I was doing this, I noticed I needed more seed beads. I'm going to do a video about my haul tomorrow. But I figured I needed more seed beads. And then I found this bag at the thrift shop. It's actually half off, so it was only $2. And I noticed they're all little tiny beads. So there's only a handful of pony beads in here, which I will not use. But then there's the regular beads in here. And they have a lot of little seed beads in here. So I'm very excited to sort through this little bag right here. I'm super excited. $2. Ha! I got some good stuff today. I did get some good stuff today. Again, I'll do a video tomorrow. Okay, so either tomorrow or Wednesday, because I have another video to make tomorrow. Okay, so now that we have, now we have our fabric is paper, and that is our inside cover. Of course, we gotta process it a little bit more. So let me get all this out the way. Have all 12 of them here. Let me turn off my iron now, because I don't need it no. Okay, let's see, bro. Okay. Extra packing paper. Again. Michael's has the Kids Summer Activity Kits 70% off. Ooh. They have packets of seaweed and everything. Oh! Well, we'll see how this bag organizes out. If I need more. Okay, so let me clear off my area here. Get to the next step. I need to get my cutting mat in place. So one moment. I hang this on the wall. I bought this really nice 3M command hook. And so I put one of these on it. And now it has a little hook to hang. Okay. Here comes my awesome cutting mat. And now we're here. Okay. So I have got to get these cut out. And I need a pencil. So what I'm going to do, I don't measure anything because I'm terrible. What I'm going to do is I'm going to trace out this cover. And then that's what I'm going to cut out. Now, this cover actually needs to be, this inside cover, I should say, this has to be smaller than this one. So this is not its final size. And now I just need to cut it out. So of course this method could work for any size journal. Again, I don't measure anything. Go. Cindy, hi Cindy. I didn't see Cindy. Hi Cindy. I'm over here. I'm over here working on this. I got 12 of these to cut out. 12 of them. Of course, I'm not a robot, so I can't make everything perfectly straight, but I try my best. I really do. Usually it turns out pretty good. Okay. So now, this is, I'm going to mark it where I need to cut it next. I need to leave the tiniest little strip of book showing here. The tiniest little strip. And I'm going to mark where I need to cut it. It's usually about a 1/4 inch away from everything, away from the edges of the cover. So let's see how this is going to work. Here. Let me choose somewhere where this kind of hits a line. That kind of helps. That kind of helps. Well, that's kind of close to the line, I guess. Let's try to be difficult. Okay. Okay. Let's just make sure this is good. Yeah, see how I can see the cover on this side. And I can see the cover slightly over here. That's good. Okay. And now I'm going to make this straight here. Cut with the line. Make sure I'm good. Okay. There we go. I can see just above and below, all the way around the cover. You can see that. Let me measure this if you guys need to know the measurements. This is 13 1/4 by 13 1/4. There's the numbers. By just above 8. Just a smidge above 8. It's not 1/4, but just a smidge above 8. So since all my covers are the same size, go ahead and just kind of trace it. Right here. Turn it around. Make sure I'm lined up here. So it should be about 1/4 inch smaller all the way around than your cover. If that's how you want to think about it. Here we go. I don't know if I should keep these strips. They're pretty cute. I don't know. We'll see. I can't keep every strap in the world as much as I want. Okay, we are good. We are good. So there we go. We got 2 covers here. Now, the only thing left to do with these, I'm going to keep working on them. Okay, Miss Monique, you have a good night, girlfriend. But what I need to do is I need to sew. All I do is zigzag stitch all the way around. And I have different colors I need to do because I think 9 out of the 12 books have different colored threads in them. So that's the last step in this right here. So it's just to go ahead and zigzag all the way around. But I need to worry about cutting them out first, so that's what I'm going to do. But I did want to tell you guys what that is. That is on the sides. Let me just go ahead and cut this out here, because I think I can possibly cut 2 at a time. If I do, let's see. Here. Oh, hi, Miss Violet, and okay, Miss Violet. Have a good day, girl. If you are going to work with fabric journal covers of whatever kind, I do suggest you get yourself a little cutting mat. I started off with the little one. This one's the size of my whole table. But I did start off with the little one. I do suggest you get yourself a rotary cutter. And if you want to write on one of these, you can. You can use, if you have a Sizzix, you can use their plates. They're long plates. I use those for a long time to cut. But again, I've built up this whole, all of this whole little stash. I've built it up for a while. I've been building it up for a while. I start off with different things, and then I end up here. I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to get some tape to help me. I can do 2 at a time. They can hold steady. Let's see if they'll hold steady like this. Over here. Okay. And I've upgraded. I really like this style of making junk journals if you've been following along with me. So I really invested into things to simplify this very specific method. And of course, put in money with whatever method you like. I've tried many junk journals, and this is just my favorite style. Oh, you know what else I've been doing? I've been watching a lot of things about Frida Kahlo, because when I was in Mexico, I never really thought about Frida, to be honest with you. I see, you see her everywhere on everything, but I never really thought about it. And when I went to Mexico like a month ago, no, less than a month ago, I think it was like 3 weeks ago, I went to Ensenada. It's a very touristy place. And they had all this sort of stuff with her face on it, t-shirts, everything. Her face was on everything. And I was like, okay, so what is this chick about? Like, never really bothered with Frida Kahlo. And like I said, okay, so I got 4 done, or part of the way done. So I finally looked her up. I've been watching videos about her. Just gathering information about who she was and everything. Pretty cool, yeah. I don't really bother. I was like, oh, that was pretty cool. I never grew up seeing her stuff. Never happened. Never happened. I've never seen the movie either. I mean, I knew about her as an adult, you know what I mean? But, as far as, her face, I know as much as I know about, Albert Einstein, as much as I understand about him, because, he's math. So, yeah, it was new to me. I was like, what is the big deal with her? And I'm like, okay, I see it now. Her stuff's really cool, actually. So I've been really getting into it. her art and stuff, and you know, I really dig it. I really like her. She's good. It's a good movie. I'll have to watch it. I have to watch it. Okay. Okay, easy. Enough free to color talk. It never came up to me as a subject. My parents never talked about her, and it's not a thing. Not a thing I saw growing up. Okay. Taped here. That worked really good for me. Even taping it, well, no, I guess I can't tape it down to the mat because I gotta move it around. Daisy, hello. Okay. Okay. Let's get this here. Oh yeah, this is nice. This is nice. And I've made so many of this style of junk journals, and even to this day, I will find something I could tweak and kind of make it better. Or like when I found a cereal box weighted chipboard that I could buy off Amazon. That was an amazing discovery. Her dad was German. Yes, I heard. Let's get this here. I might need to change blades already. Okay, let's do this side over here. Okay. Just make sure we're all on the same page. We seem to be all pretty uniform. That's what's up. Cool. Okay. Just keep it going, you guys. I got 12 journals here. I can't just make one, okay? I can't. It's not how I roll. Okay. I gotta make 10,000 of them. And whenever, you know what, looking up newspaper print paper on Amazon yields interesting results. I was able to find out this one particular lined paper that I was looking for is actually called newspaper, like lined practice newspaper print or something like that. Newspaper. And that's how I was able to find. I wasn't able to find the specific one that I wanted, but I was able to find this other one. This other lined paper, and it's really cute. It's like red and blue. Lined paper, it's actually really cute. Okay. And when I was looking through the closets in this house, like I said, my parents used to live here, and my brother and my sister used to live here too. And I found this like suitcase of like art. But my brothers went to my sister and my brother. They both went to some like little art school around here. And I guess they gave them like this little suitcase with like some supplies. I don't know. And that's where I found this big old stash of vellum and this big old stash of newspaper print. Newspaper. What do they call it? They call it something. I can't remember. Maybe it's called newsprint paper. Okay, we're all taped up now. Okay, the taping honestly is making a nice difference. I love it. So this step right here is just both steps because the covers are made the same way. It is a lot of ironing. A lot of ironing. So is the quilt part. The quilt part is a heavy ironing part too. Vanessa says, I like the way she mass produces her journals. I try, girl. I always take a big bite of a project and then I'm like, oh no. Then I get it done. And eventually I get it. There's some new quilting techniques I want to try for my journals. I just have to, what I have to do is these quilting people, they like to make big blocks, you know, and like big sizes, and they're square. And that doesn't work for me sometimes because my journals are rectangle and they're not that big. So I have to learn how to resize the techniques and apply them to a smaller, more rectangle shape. So, but what I want to do right now is I want to sew triangles. So I want to learn how to sew triangles. So I bought some white fabric at the thrift shop. And I'm going to, once I get my rotating cutting mat and I can cut scraps, I could do it here too, but it's just, it got kind of tough when I tried it earlier. Like, this would be much easier if I had a rotating mat. So much easier. Yeah, this is definitely the best way to get them all uniform. Honestly, sometimes mine here don't end up uniform like this. I need to keep doing this, but this is working. It's working. Okay, this tea is really good. This is lemon ginger. Well, this is plus probiotics, but whatever. Lemon ginger, though. Pretty good. It's just some cheap tea, but you know. You know me. I know Zena looks down on me. I know Zena doesn't like my cheap teas. But I do. I do like my cheap teas. Let me cut these out slightly here, just slightly. I know Zena's disgusted right now, but it is what it is, okay? It is what it is. Let's see, okay. No to my cheap teas, is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? No to my teas. Okay, just gonna cut down a little bit. Okay. So we've got everything here. Okay. We got this. Okay. I'm not disgusted, she says. She's repulsed. I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing you. I know. As long as I don't make you drink it, you're fine. As long as I don't make you drink it, you're fine with it. She's like, just don't invite me over to your house for a cup of tea ever, Daisy. Never. Here we go. And cut. Oh no, it's lit. No. Okay. It's working great so far, and then it messed it up. Messed up the vibes. Okay, we're good. We're back together, I think. Okay. I think we'll be alright. I think gonna be okay. Alright, I think after this, we only have 2 more to go. So, yay. These are going to be a tiny bit off from the... I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. Something happened. Okay. I'm going to pick another one from the top. These ones might be a little askew, just a little bit. Okay. So far so good though. So far so good. We got 2 more to do. Yay! This is amazing. Good night, Miss Cindy. Okay, whatever, I guess it's fine. So tomorrow we can get started on sewing in the signatures and gluing it into the covers. I kind of do everything step by step, so I will sew in all the signatures and then I'll glue in all the covers. I don't like sew a signature, glue it in. That's probably more better. That's just not the way I do it. It's just not gonna happen. So here. Okay. I haven't really upgraded this thing since I started sewing and cutting fabric. I just keep working with it and it's been pretty cool. I find the blades, I've got this on at Walmart and I got the blades on Amazon. Great purchase. Definitely get your blades off Amazon. Much cheaper, much cheaper. Okay, here we go. See if we can't get all these to stick together. Oops. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, and tomorrow we have to go. My mom bought a bed from IKEA. And her favorite daughter and son-in-law have to put it together. So me and my husband have to make our way tomorrow to my mom's house and put together the bed. I guess my parents, I should say. So that's always fun. Putting IKEA furniture is always fun. Zena, have you been to an IKEA? I don't know if do they have IKEAs out in the East? Oh wait, I think I saw a video one time of the IKEA at New York, in New York City. That's like you have to take a ferry or something to it. That's what I heard. Okay. So this should be the last 2 here. You should see the pile of scraps of paper I have next to me. Okay, so now we have all 12 covers. That was way faster than it normally is, and honestly way more efficient than it normally is. I picked this pink fabric. Most of the covers have a stripe of it, and even if they don't, it's kind of a really pretty, happy, neutral fabric. And let me get my sewing machine so I can show you guys what I mean by sewing around the edge here, which is the last thing to do. I went to IKEA for the first time last summer. I love IKEA, y'all. It's only 30 minutes away. I mean, that is worth the drive. It's basically a whole day's event. Okay, getting my sewing machine. One of them is brown. Is one of them brown? Hang on, I'm just checking because I have brown thread loaded on. Just make sure it matches with my cover somehow. Yeah, I think this is it. Okay, so one of them is brown. Okay, cool. I'm a visual person, so I'll have to keep these separate from this so that way I remember what colors I need to do. Okay. So, get my corners over here. Oh, Daisy, I bought a new sewing machine. I saw your new sewing machines. What brand was it? Singer? I can't remember. Sometimes I'll just look through your videos. I'll just like scroll through your videos, see what you did. Okay, so I have my sewing machine. Hang on, yeah, Singer, cool. It's smooth. Where'd you buy it? I'm getting on nosy here. Okay. We're at my sewing machine. Okay, so normally I'm gonna have to use this for an example. So normally I'm gonna do a zigzag stitch here. And I'm just going to make it a tiny bit longer and wider. So if I sew down the middle of this here, it's going to do the zigzag there, right? So if I put the edge of this paper here, there's, here we go, pencil here. You see these two little things right here? Focus a little bit. I have a video where I explain this a little bit more. But you see these four little things right here, these four little, basically it's like a cut in the little steel plate, right? So the zigzag stitch comes from here in the middle. So if what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my edge up against this edge right here. See that right there? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cover the first two, and I'm going to only show these two. Now when I do that, and I'll just keep my edge all the way down. It wraps the thread around like this, around the paper. So that's what I'm doing on the edge of all of my covers here. Is I'm sewing around the actual page. Just want to make sure that was clear. I know sometimes I don't get in so close here on my sewing machine for this part. And I do this to keep my fabric from fraying and just because I like the way it looks. So now what I need to do is what I'm going to spend the next little bit of time doing is just sewing all the way around the edge on all these. Again, I'm basically going with the colors. My covers have different colored threads in between the fabric strips, and some color coordinating that with the thread here, which I also did with the signatures themselves. You got it at Hobby Lobby. I didn't know Hobby Lobby sold sewing machines. That's interesting. I wonder where that section is at my Hobby Lobby, because I don't think I've ever seen sewing machines at Hobby Lobby. That's interesting. Very cool. Sewing machines are always what's it called? A fun purchase. How many stitches does it have? Does it have some fun stitches? Okay. Let's do the last part here. Okay, and so this is now ready. Ugh. It's now the right size. This is not the right color thread. Like I said, this one's hot pink, but it is smaller than the outside cover, which is perfect. And signatures should fit right there. Looks like I might have to cut them down a little bit. That's weird. Did I not cut this down the size? Maybe I should have cut this to 8. No, this shouldn't be there. I think it'll be okay. Signatures are usually slightly smaller than this right here. So that's why I'm concerned. But I could literally just chop off a tiny bit and I'll be fine. But anyways, that is my video for tonight, you guys. Tomorrow we'll continue on the next step, which is, like I said, sewing the signatures into the cover. And then we will glue the cover into the book. And then we'll have one piece. We'll have everything in one piece. So, cool, 33, that's enough. Honestly, I use less than 33 of the 100 stitches I have, so sounds good to me. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. I am done for today. Thank y'all so much. I know this is kind of tedious work, but I wanted to take y'all along the journey of this junction reflection here. So join me tomorrow. I'm going to have a video. I'm going to go live in the afternoon with a thrift shop junk journal supply haul. So join me for that, or watch out for that video. And then, of course, we'll go live tomorrow night, same time as today, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, and 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thank y'all so much for your conversation. I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye.